Hi, Jack.
Jack Allen.
I gotta mute myself.
Hi, Bill.
Rocky, did you get any rain in the southern part of the county today?
Oh, yeah, we got rain. A little over an inch so far through last night.
I don't know what we got, but we got enough right now. We don't need
Yeah,
any
we
more.
got enough.
Gordon, you're unmuted, so you'll have to mute yourself.
low grow, grew slow, but it was green and it held the slopes. And that was what you could see how they did that. So, but they had to do some special seed design just for that. But it was really expensive.
Yeah.
But this year, you know, got washouts, but back to it. And the cranberry bogs, the owners were happy to use it once they seen it, make it extra money. So,
Sure.
especially a lot of the cranberry bogs that you get up on 73, they're owned by John Hancock Financial Services.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's all mutual fund money, so they could care.
To them, that's peanuts.
They weren't looking at it making money this year or next year. They're looking at 20 years out.
Sure. Yeah. We took to go on the road and see from Reiners where we get over.
We got the cranberry bogs up there. We weren't the low bid on it, but we could, just like you said, to get it done in time, we could have a plan. We built in all the models, GPS, and everything on site. The other companies didn't have that, somebody on site to do it, run the whole project and do all that. So we were able to come in, I think we were like almost $250,000 more, but we could say we were gonna have it done by this time to have the seed that the cranberry were over by a certain date.
Yeah.
And other companies, they said that they couldn't guarantee that.
Time is money.
Casey's on.
Good evening.
Good evening. Can you see me twice?
Nope, I only see you once here. A picture of you holding a fish and the second one.
Yep. I'm using my iPad so I can see everybody.
Oh.
But every once in a while it'll
Let's make it a quick one. It's been a long day.
Hey, now you got to go through the budget page by page.
We have. I had 10 meetings today.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
It's been a long one.
There's Kyle.
How's it going?
Going well. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Hear lots of feedback.
Maybe you can move it back to the room.
I can. But I can hear better.
I think it's because you're next to Rocky and Rocky stays unmuted during the meeting because he's running the meeting. So whenever you're close enough to him where he's coming off of here. So Rocky can either mute himself when you're speaking or you can go back there. One of those two things.
Nobody else was talking though when you were, so it's almost like the feedback coming off your phone or something by your phone. You usually get the loop, like if you're picking up, like Carol was saying, picking up somebody else's sound, it's going to start running circles.
Yeah.
But that one was more like the feedback, like it was.
That's what my computer does if I try to get on a meeting.
I used my phone before.
Right.
And didn't have a problem.
Might be Rocky's fuel for the iPad. Overpowering you, Chris.
It becomes a problem, I can always shut that off. Okay, it's 5 p.m. You can't leave now. Where's she going? Are you ready? Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Hello, everybody. Is the meeting properly announced? Okay, roll call. Let the record show all committee members are present and a few others. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
I so move.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, we have an agenda. I need a motion to approve the minutes from the July 14th meeting.
So move.
Alan second.
Oh,
Okay, we have
I'll
a
second
motion and a second to approve the minutes from July 14th. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Public participation as it comes. Financial report. Anybody have any questions on the reports submitted? Or any comments on the reports submitted? Not hearing any. Okay, move on to site report. Christine.
None of the reports are pulling up.
Okay, sounds like we're having technical difficulty getting the reports on the screen for people to look at.
I'm not hearing you.
No? I can hear you. Can anyone hear me?
No.
Do you want to come here, Chris?
Sure.
I would just hang up your phone.
Did you unmute?
I muted myself now. You want to take my phone? All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Awesome. Okay, so
We are still looking to fill one vacant equipment operator truck driver. This Friday, the application list will be removed at noon, and then we will be reviewing all applicants. And then myself resigned from my position with my last day being Friday, September 25th. The job is already posted, so that should move right along. No problems on the industrial park. The new drop-off areas for garbage disposal and the items that are banned from the landfill was not happening this summer. Billy Armstrong, one of our managers in the landfill, was in charge of that project, and he's been off on FMLA all summer, so that project is getting pushed to next summer. And the move forward into the budget for next year as well.
You dropped off audio wise.
Oh,
Now I can hear you.
okay. For landfill operations, the DNR came and did a compliance inspection the same day that they looked at the geomembrane and the plastic liner from the fire. And at that inspection, they identified several problem areas that need immediate attention. Several side slopes of phase 1 through 4 need repair from erosion. We're currently working very hard on getting that completed. They gave us deadlines to meet, and we are working with the DNR on meeting those deadlines. The west slope of phase 4 needs intermediate cover. It's estimated that approximately 3 acres of side slopes will need seeding. So we got pricing for seed and erosion control, and we will have to be getting that done before it gets too cold for the grass to grow. Also, it was brought to our attention that phase 4 of the landfill is several years behind the installation of a gas extraction system. So there's only a certain amount of time that you can be filling a landfill before you have to put in gas collection systems to collect the methane and burn it or use it as a renewable resource. So that has to be put into the 2021 budget to get that gas extraction system in place and be compliant with our air permitting. And this likely will have to go out for bid. It's a pretty big project. Ayers Associates will help us with that. The concrete pour is near completion. I sent a updated report from Pat last week. You all should have gotten that email. Hauling operations, we're still working on rerouting the heavy days. However, in recent weeks, we've been contacted by the town of Adams and the town of Preston to perhaps do contracted curbside collection service for them. So we don't really want to do a lot of changes to our routing if we do have some municipalities that are going to come on board. We'd like to reroute just one time if we can. So that's being looked at. And then our fiscal services, we're still looking at the 2021 budget that is further down the line on the agenda. And I just listed a couple must-haves that I feel are not in the current budget, but I would like perhaps some discussion with the committee to consider some other items that are greatly needed for the department to move forward. One is adding a county equipment operator driver to the MRF payroll. We currently have a MRF manager, and he's the only county employee out there. And when we get our new $1 million equipment, we will, if we don't have another county employee out there, we will have the subcontracted staff operating our brand new equipment and our vehicles. And we use them when our manager goes on his PTO time. So I'm not real comfortable with that, but again, that is something for the committee to consider. Also, we are working with the IT department. This might be part of them helping us out with getting some software for our route optimization, invoicing reports, inventory, and other things. Right now, we're using Google Maps and Google spreadsheets to route our drivers. It's pretty well set, but it's very time consuming when we have new customers that we get at least 10 a week right now. It's very manual and it opens up a lot of room for human error when you're doing everything manually, where software would take out a lot of that human error. And then also if we would get the municipal collection contracts, especially in some of the more urbanized areas, we may need to look at different types of trucks to provide the collection services. And then I'd also like to see an increase in our tires. I know we did it last year, but they are going up again. So $260 a ton would cover us through pricing for the next 5 years at least. So I'd like to get the tires increased to $260 a ton.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from committee members?
Christine, how many more townships can you take on without doing, if you do happen to get Adams and Preston, do you have enough resources to do those, or how much more before you have to add either another truck or multiple employees?
That's a good question. We're looking at that right now because it is a little bit scary to think that, you know, we're inviting all these municipalities, but, you know, right now our routes are pretty full, and adding more routes, you know, of course, some of the municipalities we have already, you know, servicing some of those people. So if we take on 2 more municipalities, we definitely would need at least 2 more trucks, 1 garbage and 1 recycling. And it depends which ones they would be. If they're more urbanized, if the town of Jackson wanted carts, if they wanted carts, we'd definitely need to get the side load trucks because it's so condensed, the population there is. And parts of the town of Adams are similar to that. So we're looking at that. It's kind of hard to make a guess on how many trucks, but we definitely would need 1 of each, 1 for garbage, 1 for recycling. Eric, what would you say?
That would be a real yes. And it is, and we have to condense some of these routes, like the top average, 350, almost 900 homes right now, so.
Right. So if we add trucks, we then would also need to add a driver for that truck too, because they're all busy doing other routes. So the more we grow, you know, it's going to be touchy to figure that out.
Okay, concerning this gas extraction plan, is there anything in the works now? Is there a design plan?
It's in our plan of operation, and it's required through our air permitting that this should have been probably done maybe 5 to 7 years ago. So, which one nice thing that I learned is the DNR, one group of the DNR doesn't talk to the other group of the DNR. So we've only been visited by the, you know, the solid waste landfill side of the DNR. We have not been visited by the air permitting people, thankfully. But we got to address it. It should have been done a while ago. So we got to do it now.
Casey, Kyle, are you guys listening to this?
Yes, we're listening. We're waiting on AIRS to get back to us. Clearly, AIRS has been the responsible engineer for Adams County forever. to get back to us. So not only are we waiting for their guidance on how to proceed and what needs to be done, but also an explanation as to why they never advised us of this way back when.
Well, is the DNR going to wait with us?
Yes.
Well, it has to be designed, so.
That's what I mean. There's nothing in the works yet?
AIRS is working on it.
Yeah.
I believe they were on site the day the DNR identified that as well.
Okay. How about the budget to support this?
They do have it in the budget preliminarily in the capital plan.
Yep.
Okay. Any further questions? Okay. Next thing on the agenda, transfer site pricing for 2021 update.
That there was no update. I should have removed it off the agenda, but it was too late and I didn't want to amend it.
Okay. Then, has everybody looked at the 2021 budget? Anybody have any questions on the budget? Oh, you guys are quiet. Any comments from you, Kyle or Casey?
We haven't done the formal review on that yet, so we'll give you guys an update on any changes we make in the October meeting.
Okay, on to October. Next thing, do we have any possible upcoming agenda items? Anybody have any suggestions? Can anybody hear me? Anybody else have anything for the meeting? I've got next meeting date is October 14th, 5 p.m. You agree with that?
I may or may not be here, but if it's possible, I'm going to try and Zoom. I'm going to be in Kentucky.
They might have internet in Kentucky.
Well, they do at my son's house, but my grandson's going in service on the 14th, so I want to be there for that.
Understand. Okay, then. Say, meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Rocky.
You're welcome, Jack.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you up north.